Hey guys, I've got about 19 minutes before I clock in, so I figured I'd do this little video, a bit of a response, I guess you could say, on the recent Bronies React video that just went up this weekend, where AC Race, Best, Saber Spark, Jax Blade, Lost Narrator, Silver Quill, and all of them, Little Shy, they all, Black Griffin, all the notable Brony React reactors, reviewers, if you will, that you see at conventions, like in panels or meet and greets, there, or artist alleys. They did a recent reaction video to New Generation, the Generation 5 movie, and I'm gonna say it right now that I highly recommend you watch this Bronies React video, because if you were questionable of kind of giving G5 a chance, this reaction video will help you out. This reaction video is worth watching. It is over 2 hours long because the movie is about an hour and 30, so they want to try to time the reactions with the movie. But also you got like the introductions of all the Brony reactors before they all basically decide to start the movie simultaneously, or at least at the times that they do, so that they can share the thoughts, their own opinion around the same time about certain scenes, moments, songs. And I'm going to say that they do a bang-up job here. They do a bang-up job of doing just that. I mean, I think Jax Blade said it best during this review, that one of the things he liked, and everybody else kind of contributed to it as well, but Jax was like really on point with it, is that each song was a banger. Each song was, just outstanding, in a way, and it brought its own kind of style to the movie. He basically felt like whoever composed the music, for the songs and everything, obviously, in his way, took inspiration or saw what Daniel Ingram had done with G4 and basically took that inspiration up to another level. So yeah, Jax Blade was like, he looked at all 5 songs in the film and he's like, yeah, these 5 are, definitely worth listening to, because they're that good. From the first song, which is "Gotta Be My Day," to what's the other one that they did? "I've Got Your Back," and then "Glowing Up," and then "Danger, Danger," the Angry Mob one, and then a few others fit right in. Every song he felt was basically a banger. And like I said, everyone kind of similarly agreed in their own way throughout their own reactions that they shared. But yeah, basically the feel, but basically, yeah, the songs to Jax Blade and a few others was definitely worth watching the film for, along with the story. Now, there were some things that they did touch upon from like G4, not just the beginning, but a lot of the references and stuff. And they were always, and like anybody, they were curious of like, okay, what's going on here, what happened in all that. So hopefully we'll get an answer in the series, like they said, and a lot of us have said even before this reaction video came out. Hopefully we'll get an answer in the series and the upcoming specials and all that this coming year. One thing that they all agreed on liking character-wise, like on the top of the list, was Izzy. I think one of them, I don't know if it was Silver Quill or somebody, said that Izzy was pretty much a fan favorite before the show came out. So they like that. And they like the fact that, they feel like she's a descendant of Pinky and Rarity, going that LGBTQ route. But I think, mostly they'll look at her and say, yeah, she's a descendant of of Rarity. She just probably has a lot of She just has a lot of similarities to Pinky, and my guess could be, if I was to contribute to that theory myself, is not only is she maybe a descendant of Rarities, but that she was raised by a descendant, or not raised, but she was watched at times growing up, by a descendant of Pinkies, like before this whole situation with, pony, the pony races happened. You might say, how is that possible? Seeing as though when she was a filly, possibly this was, the separation had already occurred. And, that is a good question, but, maybe her family, for all we know, pretty much told her, or pretty much, trusted certain Earth ponies who didn't, have these same beliefs, like let's say an Argyle or whoever, and basically stated, Pink, I'll watch your kid, because, I don't see why we have to disdain each other or hate each other, stuff like that. So maybe they befriended some Earth ponies themselves that, were related to Pinky by descent, and they watched Izzy. We don't know, because we don't know what the time frame is. I mean, that's another thing they brought up was, no one is sure about, what the time frame is, like how far into the future between generations, has it been, that. So they're not really sure about it. So they're still curious about that, I should say. But overall, the reactions really, really makes you want to watch this movie if you not have seen it before. I mean, I did when it came out, but it makes me want to see it again because, I want to see all these things that are pointing out myself. And that's another thing about these reaction videos, depending on how long they go. Sometimes they make you want to go back and watch that episode or that special or that movie that they are reacting to, because now you're seeing it from, you're hearing and seeing it from their point of view, and now out of curiosity you want to see exactly what they're talking about, because even though they're showing it, you want to see exactly why they feel that way about certain scenes, characters, songs, and all that. So to me, they did their job in doing that. They did their job. What I'm trying to say is, and it's early, I got to get to work in a little bit, that's why I'm kind of doing this in a hurry. Basically, to me, they did their job in doing that for someone like me. Like it's gonna make someone like me tonight and maybe tomorrow when I'm off to go and watch Generation 5, the Generation 5 movie, I should say, all over again. Just to look at all those moments that they pointed out, gave their thoughts on, as far as songs, moments, characters, and all that. One character that they kind of were unsure about, didn't like it first, but were kind of unsure about later on, because they're like, why she's having this sudden change in attitude, is Pip. And when I heard Silver Quill and AC Racebest and a few of them kind of like be very critical about Pip, and then be like a little confused, like, okay, why the sudden change in attitude? To me, that just affirmed something that I talked about in the video. You see, I did a video not that long ago, well, several months ago last year, after the movie came out. And I said, do not, and basically in that video, and I'll try to link it up later at the end here, probably when I get home. I said at the end of that video, do not sleep on Pip. Do not sleep on Princess Pip Petals, because she will surprise you. She will surprise you. And I think that's most definitely what's going to happen. She is going to surprise a lot of people. She's going to surprise a lot of people because she's kind of like the Pegasi version of Rarity. Everybody is saying that, oh, Izzy might be a descendant of Rarity, but maybe she has Pinky mannerisms because she was kind of watched at times by descendants of Pinky or something like that. Well, maybe we could say the same for, Pip Petals, to where maybe she's a descendant of Fluttershy or Rainbow, but she was watched at times by maybe descendants of Rarity or somewhat, if you know what I mean. So, that's a possibility to look into as well. The thing is, like I said, it just affirms, what I've said, what I said in the video, that basically you cannot sleep on Princess Pip Petals because she will surprise you. And I think her change in attitude, mind you, throughout the movie, that caught the reactors off balance, is a prime example of do not sleep on her, because there's going to be more to this character than what is being let on. So I like the fact that even though I pretty much can see that there's going to be more to this character than what we saw in the movie, especially with the series and specials later on, I like the fact that it kind of caught the reactors off guard a little bit. Like they couldn't, really fathom, why the sudden change in it and everything, if you know what I mean. But yeah, overall, I liked the reaction video. I liked how they kind of expressed how they felt about these changes. Like, where did these changes come from all of a sudden? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Stuff, But overall, I like the fact that they thoroughly enjoyed this movie. And honestly, if I'm AC Race Best, and maybe I'll send this to him, if I'm you, AC, I would send this reaction video that you guys did to Josh, because when he did a review of New Generation, he basically felt like he basically said at the end that, it just wasn't his thing, and that until, he could be proven wrong, he's going to be out. Now, I don't think that means he's out of the fandom. He's just out as far as Gen 5 goes. But if I'm AC, and AC, if you're watching this, I would send this video, not this video, but your reaction video to Josh. Get him to see it from your point of view, and maybe that might change his mind to watch the movie once again to see exactly maybe, what he missed is that you feel, help make the movie what it is. Really, step it up and everything, if you catch my drift. But that's just a suggestion. Maybe he's already watching the reaction video, and maybe he's thinking, okay, I got to give this another shot and see maybe what's, the big deal with, as far as the movie goes. But overall, I like the reaction video. Again, it did its job in making me want to see the movie again, to spot the things that they spotted, that they talked about, as well as it makes anybody that might have been unsure about Gen 5 at first to probably want to take a shot at it as well, and see if maybe it'll keep them around for the next, couple of years or so going forward. But that's all I'm going to really say on it, guys. I just want to come out here, and I just wanted to come out here, I should say, before I clock in and give you my thoughts, and let me know what you feel, how you feel about the reaction video that Bronies React did on Gen 5. Does it make you want to go back and watch the movie again to see what they saw and pointed out? Or if you haven't seen the movie yet, by watching the reaction video, does it make you want to see it, for the first time ever and give it a shot? What are your thoughts overall? Let me know down below. Comment in the live chat during the premiere, where super chats and super stickers are opened and encouraged during that. It'd be greatly appreciated. Check me out at BW Roses Discussions on every podcast affiliate except for Pandora. BW Roses on VENMO. Check me out at patreon.com/BW Roses to support me there at the $1, $3 tier, and at Venmo at Brian-Walmer-2. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are on the Bronies React video that they did on New Generation. How do you feel about it? Does it make you want to see the movie again as well? Or if not, watch it for the first time. How do you feel? Let me know down below and in the live chat during the premiere, and I'll talk to you later. I gotta clock in.